Okay, so we're looking at 4.6a worksheet answers. Okay, now we are working with systems of equations. So when I'm taking these values, we're going to plug them in and we're going to substitute in this case. So I know y is equal to x minus 4 and y equals 3x plus 2, so I set them equal to each other because y is substituted in. So that's x minus 4 is equal to 3x plus 2. Negative 4 is equal to 2x plus 2, subtract 2, negative 6 is equal to 2x, and negative 3 is equal to x. Now I plug that back in, and I find out that y is negative 7, and after I evaluate, so y is equal to negative 3, because I take this and plug it back in there, and that's where I'm going. Minus 4, and y is equal to negative 7. So my answer is negative 3, negative 7. So in 2, I've got something I can set up with a system that's a little different. It's called linear combinations. And I'm going to take the top and multiply the top by 2. And what will happen here, I'll have 4x minus 2y equals 16. And I'll have x plus 2y equal 9. Now, I'm able to add those, and I'll have 5x equal 25, and x will equal 5. Well, after I finish that, I take my 5 value for x, and I'll plug it back in. So I'm going to plug that 5 value back in here. So 5 plus 2y is equal to 9. Subtracting 5, 2y equals 4, and y is 2. So my solution here is 5, 2. And this next one in problem 3, again, I'm going to do linear combinations. I'm going to multiply the bottom by negative 4. And I've got 3x plus 4y equal 12 up top, and negative 8x minus 4y minus 40 on the bottom. And I'm going to add, and I got negative 5x. I got 0. I got equal negative 28. And x is equal to 5.6. Now I take that 5.6 and I plug it back in. So I got 2 times 5.6 plus y equal 10. And I'm going to double check this, 2 times 5.6. And that's going to give me a 11.2 plus y is equal to 10. Y is equal to negative 1.2. I'm going to double check this because it was a funky number, and I'm going to put it in on this other one and say, well, okay, 3 times 5.6 plus 4y equal 12, and 5.6 times 3 is going to give me 16.8. Plus 4y equal 12, and I subtract, and I got 4y equals, as I subtract, I got 4y equals 4.8, and so y is going to equal, negative 4.8, and 1.2 is my final answer. So that's going to work, and I got to erase this to bring that back. So I've got 5.6 and negative 1.2 as my solutions. Here, I'm going to do some monkeying around with the top equation first. And I am going to, well, I'm just going to use substitution since I'm manipulating. So I've got 2x minus 6 is equal to y. Okay. So I'm going to place in, because I've subtracted my 3 from both sides, for y here, that 2x minus 6. So I got 2x plus 2x minus 6 equal negative 3. So I got 4x minus 6 equal negative 3, 4x is equal to 3, and x is equal to 3/4. Now, after I get my x is 3/4, I can plug that in to either one of those. I'm going to plop it into this one up here. So 2 times 3/4 minus 6 is equal to y, and I got 6/4, actually 3/2, which is just 1.5. minus 6 is equal to y, and I got 4.5, and it's negative is equal to y. So I've got x is 3/4, and y is negative 4.5. In 5 and 6, I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, well, you know, if I multiply by negative 3 on the top, I can get rid of stuff. So if I got negative 3x plus y, 3y, excuse me, plus 3y equal negative 12, I can add these. 3x minus 3y equals 6. And when I add them, I get negative 6 here, and I get, I get 0. So there's no solution to this, no solution to the system. Now in this next one, if I multiply by, oh gosh, let's reorder stuff. I'm just going to divide the bottom by 2, okay, and just to see what's going on. I'm going to multiply by half going through here. So I've got y equal negative x plus 2. I'm rewriting, and I got y equal, well, negative x plus 2. They're the same, so it's infinitely many solutions. Okay, so that's the final on the systems of equations. Now, are the two triangles congruent? And in 7, yes, by HL. In 8, yes, by HL. Because remember, I got a hypotenuse and I got a leg, and they're both right angles. Remember, it's got to be both right angles. Got a hypotenuse and a leg, and I'm golden. Here I've got a hypotenuse looking thing and a leg, but I don't know about the right angles, so not congruent. Now in 4.6a, for what values of x and y are the triangles congruent by HL? And here x would have to be 17, and here x would have to be 3, because if that's triangles, it has to be that this leg and this leg have to be the same. It has to be here that the hypotenuses are the same measure. In 12, we're just setting up systems of equations to find our values. So I know that 13 is equal to 4x plus 1, and I know that my legs, 2x plus y, would have to be equal to 8x minus 2y. So now I'm looking at 12 is equal to 4x, and x is 3. And I can plug that back in over here, and I go 2 times 3 plus y is equal to 8 times 3 minus 2y. And I got 6 plus y equal 24 minus 2y. And I get to add my y's. 6 plus 3y equals 24, and 3y equals 18, and y is 6. Okay, we're gonna, that's tough. We're gonna take that, we're gonna lock this, and then we're gonna take this and make it smaller, after I group them, of course. All right, so those are my values. In this next one, I know that my hypotenuse is 2x plus 1. My other hypotenuse is x plus 3. So I've got x plus 1 is equal to 3, so x is equal to 2. My legs, x plus y equals 3x minus 3y. They should be the same, but I already know x is 2. So I got 2 plus y equals 6 minus 3y. I'm going to get my y's over. 2 plus 4y equals 6. I'm going to subtract, and I got 4y equals 4, and y is equal to 1. In 14, I know that x is equal to y plus 1. And I know x plus 3 is equal to 3y. So I'm just going to pop that in right there. So y plus 1 is substituted in for x, plus 3 is equal to 3y, y plus 4 is equal to 3y, and I'm going to subtract my y. 4 is equal to 2y, and 2 is equal to y. Now, once I get my y, I plug that back in up here. X is equal to 2 plus 1, so x is 3. So I got that. I got that. I suppose I should be underlining those, making sure you know those are my solutions. In 15, y minus x is equal to x plus 5. Those are my legs. My hypotenuses, I've got 3y plus x is equal to y plus 5. So y minus x. Okay, so here it is. I'm just going to solve for, get some things together. I've got 2y plus x is equal to 5. There. Over here, if I get some stuff together, actually I'm going to get y is equal to 2x plus 5. So now where I see my y in this other equation, I'm going to plug in right there. So 2 times 2x plus 5 plus x is equal to 5. And I'm going to continue solving for x plus 10 plus x equals 5. I got 5x plus 10 is equal to 5. 5x is equal to negative 5, and x is equal to negative 1. Now I take that negative 1, plug it back in up here. So y is equal to 2 times negative 1 plus 5, and y is equal to 3. Now, are the triangles congruent by HL? No, they are not. This is a leg, that's a leg, this is a leg, this is a hypotenuse. Not congruent by HL. Make sure you investigate those things. I guess that was it. Okay, that was the A work for 4-6. I hope you have a good day.